What's up everyone? Season 10 just dropped and I've got the perfect Chain Lightning Sorcerer build that'll carry you smoothly from level 1 to Paragon 100. This build transitions perfectly into one of the strongest endgame setups in the game, so let's turn you into a Lightning Master. How to play early Season 10. Listen up. This is absolutely crucial for Season 10 success. Helltides are going to be your bread and butter, especially in the early days of the season. You need to be constantly chasing Helltides because that's where you'll find your Chaos perks, get the best XP, and farm the gear you need. Don't just casually join them. Actively hunt them down on the map. Here's the kicker though. The more people you play with in Helltides, the better everything gets. More players means more monster spawns, which means more loot, more XP, and more Chaos perks for everyone. That's why we're organizing 16-person Helltide groups in our Discord server. These coordinated runs are going to be absolutely insane for progression. If you want to get ahead of everyone else this season, you need to be part of these group farms. Links in the description, come join us. Why Chain Lightning for Season 10? Chain Lightning is absolutely perfect for Season 10, and here's why. First, it scales incredibly well with the new Chaos perk system, especially Mana Shield, which solves all your resource and survivability issues. Second, the AoE nature of Chain Lightning makes clearing Chaos Rifts a breeze, and trust me, you'll be spending a lot of time in those. Third, it's one of the smoothest leveling experiences you can have because you're dealing damage to multiple enemies at once, which means faster clear speeds and better XP gains. Build strengths and weaknesses. Let me break down exactly what this build excels at and where it has limitations. Strengths: high AoE damage that clears entire screens, super high mobility with Perma teleport, and it's honestly one of the most insane speed farm builds in the game. Weaknesses: this isn't your ideal pit push build, it's designed for farming. Here's the thing though, when this build reaches its endgame variant, which is going to be incredibly easy to achieve, it's designed to one-shot every single mob in Torment 4. I actually recorded and shared the endgame version of this build during Season 10 PTR, so you can check that video out to see exactly what you're working towards. With this build, you're going to speed farm faster than anyone else, kill bosses efficiently, and rapidly farm Paragon levels in perfect gear. Once you've accumulated enough power and resources, then you can transition into a dedicated pit push build, which I'll be sharing in future videos. The 4 essential Chaos perks you need. Chaos perks basically make this build unkillable. Mana Shield unique perk converts your life pool into mana, so you walk around with 20 health, but you're basically immortal because damage only drains mana. Power Siphon and advanced techniques purely for damage scaling great synergy. Marred Guard halves your life but gives huge buffs to resistances, armor, and barriers. But since our health is already just 20, having it doesn't matter. You get all the bonuses for free. Bottom line, with Chaos perks, you become tanky and immortal without using a single defensive aspect. Early game skill progression. Start with Spark as your basic attack, then grab Chain Lightning. This is your main damage dealer for the entire leveling process. Enhance it immediately and go for greater Chain Lightning. Pick up Teleport for mobility and escape options, trust me, you'll need it. Grab Ice Armor for survivability, then enhance it to Mystical Ice Armor. Add Frost Nova for crowd control. This gives you everything you need: damage, mobility, defense, and control. Mid-game Power Spike. This is where the build really starts to shine. Add Lightning Spear for single target damage against elites and bosses. Pick up Ice Blades for additional damage output. The big moment comes when you unlock Unstable Currents. This ultimate ability is a massive power spike that'll make you feel unstoppable. After getting all your core skills, focus on the most important passives, Permafrost and Glass Cannon. These 2 passives are absolutely essential for maximizing your damage output and survivability synergy. Season 10, Chaos Rifts Strategy. Here's where Season 10 gets exciting. Chaos Rifts are these demonic portals that spawn in Helltides and Nightmare dungeons. Look for giant hands rising from the ground. Always clear these because they're your main source of Chaos perks and they give insane experience points. The Chain Lightning build is perfect for Chaos Rifts because you can hit multiple enemies at once, clearing the waves quickly. Plus, the Chaos Armor that drops can completely change your gearing options, since uniques can now appear in different slots. Gear priorities and what to look for. Early game, focus on life and resistances above everything else. Staying alive is more important than damage. Look for any gear with plus Chain Lightning skills or core skill damage. Mid-game, prioritize mana regeneration, cooldown reduction, and lightning damage. Don't chase perfect gear while leveling. Good enough is enough. Save your best Chaos Armor pieces even if they're not perfect, because they're significantly stronger than regular gear. Enchantment slots. Once you unlock enchantments, put Teleport in your first slot. This gives you double mobility and escape options. For the second slot, use Chain Lightning or Familiar for more damage output. The enchantment system is incredibly powerful for this build because it amplifies your strengths while covering weaknesses. Paragon boards. For detailed Paragon board progression from levels 50 to 100, I've got a complete guide on mobalytics that breaks down every board, glyph placement, and node priority. It's way too detailed to cover in this video, but the link is in the description. That guide will show you exactly how to path through starter board, static surge, ceaseless conduit, and frigid fate boards for maximum efficiency. What about Hydra Build? I'm sure many of you are wondering whether Hydra builds are still viable and worth playing. Let me put your minds at ease. Hydra Build is still S+ tier, meaning it's absolutely playable. However, after the 300% nerf to Serpentine aspect, reaching the damage targets we want with this build is going to be much harder and more expensive than before. That's exactly why we're starting with this speed farm build first. We'll get stronger, farm the gear we need, and then transition into Hydra build for pit pushing. So yes, I will be sharing a Hydra build guide as the season progresses. Combat rotation and playstyle. Your basic rotation is simple but effective. Keep ice armor up at all times for damage reduction. Open with Frost Nova to freeze groups, then spam Chain Lightning for main damage. Use Ice Blades for extra damage and teleport for repositioning or escaping. Against elites and bosses, pop Unstable Currents and focus Lightning Spear for single target burst. The key is positioning. Stay at maximum range and let Chain Lightning bounce between enemies. Group play in Season 10 community. This build works fantastic in groups because Chain Lightning hits everything, making you incredibly valuable for clearing Chaos Rifts together. When Season 10 really gets going, we're organizing massive group farming sessions in our Discord. Having a good sorcerer in the group makes everyone's life easier because you can handle crowd control with Frost Nova and deal consistent AoE damage. Plus, group play makes finding chaos perks much faster since you're clearing more content together. Endgame transition, and what's next? By Paragon 100, you'll be ready to transition into the endgame version of this build. Start farming for Harlequin Crest, Heir of Perdition, and Locran's Talisman. The beauty of this leveling build is that it uses the same core skills and mechanics as the endgame version, so the transition is seamless. You'll already understand the playstyle, rotations, and positioning. All you're doing is upgrading gear and fine-tuning your chaos perks. If this build guide helped you out, drop a like and let me know in the comments how it's going. Subscribe if you want more Season 10 content and chaos perk updates. That's a wrap on our Season 10 Chain Lightning leveling guide. This build will carry you effortlessly from level 1 to endgame, and the best part is you're learning the mechanics you'll use at max level. Remember, Season 10 is all about those Chaos Rifts and Chaos Perks, so don't skip them. They're your biggest advantage this season. Drop a comment below with your highest Chain Lightning damage numbers. I'm curious to see what you guys are hitting. And seriously, if you want to group up for Chaos Rift farming or need build advice, join our Discord community, links in the description. The more we farm together, the faster we all get those perfect Chaos Perks. Until next time, keep those lightning bolts flying, and I'll see you in Sanctuary.